Alright, so here I am again. I don't know. It shuts off automatically after every 15 minutes, so I maybe need to set an alarm or something because I just can't. I can't do that. That's so much remembering how much time's going by. But like I was saying, there are not a lot of things worth collecting like while in Sanctuary because when you start the settlement you can just come through in the making mode and just scrap anything and everything mostly, and you can also just store it. So like things that can't be scrapped, just press circle and it takes it straight in. So I'll probably skip past the talking to Codsworth because it's just something you don't need to see. Alright, so I just told Codsworth that my family wasn't with me, and right away he's like, hey, let's just go search the neighborhood. I don't understand if he just doesn't understand the concept of time. He's stuck on a mailbox. Let's move him, maybe. He looks a little glitched out right now. I don't know what's up with that. But yeah, he just doesn't understand time, and 200 years I shouldn't be alive. And, you know. He's very aggressive to those two. It's quite hilarious. So he can move on, he'll just stop, and then it'll just yell at you, and it'll be like, hey, go check that out. Yeah.
Yes.
So like I said, you can just store the whole safe, you can dismantle the safe, anything that's in the safe will get transferred to your workbench. The one thing that makes me a little upset about this game is in Sanctuary there's Halloween stuff everywhere. Well, I mean not just Sanctuary, but everywhere. And you can't do anything about it. You can't take it down, you can't hide it, you can't scrap it. I've already been to this bathroom. It's just weird. It's like it has to be Halloween all year round, except for the special December 25th. You get the Christmas area in Diamond City. But Diamond City is about the only place. Like I said, I don't use the food very much. All this stuff can just be scrapped. Especially the steel, because I found a problem with that last playthrough. I started building a lot and seeing how I could play with the system like many others have done. You can actually do a lot of stuff that I really didn't know you could, like these holes in the wall. You can actually board this up, but that's kind of tricky business for somebody that isn't watching a video. But, you know, basically you just move a rug next to a wall that you've already built, and hold X or whatever select button you're using, and it'll select both of them, and then you can just go into the walls with it. So, like I said, wrench, steel. I don't like steel. It's just a waste of space, waste of carry weight. Don't do it. Alright. Bad thing about doing a Let's Play in radios. Radios actually make settlers happier. And if you can't use the radio, then they can't really be that happy, so you know, there won't be a happy settlement or an as happy settlement as regular on a Let's Play. I forgot to check a couple mailboxes. I'll do that later. Mailboxes that are still intact, you can actually view an inventory for them if you have your luck up and the first perk selected, which lets you find more bottle caps. That's better. Still haven't figured out what subway tokens do. I don't really care to look it up because I don't really care. You know, they're worth one bottle cap, and that's not that great either, so just a measly one. So I haven't gone and done something I need to do yet, but I'll do that after I talk to Codsworth, which is go find a little thing that most people don't find the first time playing. I didn't find it the first time I started, but I did end up finding it just a little bit later. After, you know, taking everything away from Sanctuary, basically.
Got it.
I guess I'll grab the pipe pistol. I don't usually grab pipe weapons, but seeing as I'm just starting, it's best to have like one of any weapon that has a different caliber bullet to it. Toy car, baby rattle, those can just be taken to the workshop, the workbench. Okay. But to start out, I like to grab some of the things that I like to grab, you know, like I said. Like I always grab gears and aluminum and copper. Those are just the biggest things to me, the things that I use the absolute most. Copper, just because I like to do electric stuff in the settlement. Alright, let's talk to Codsworth again. I'll skip through this again, I think. Alright, so I have to go to Concord now. I'm gonna walk around Sanctuary a little bit. Well, I guess I'm gonna walk a couple other places first. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna show all of what I do, but I'll show most of it. You know, it's a Let's Play. I'd rather do more of a Let's Play than a walkthrough, I guess. I'm not entirely sure what the difference is, but you know. But first, let's go back here to this. This is a root cellar. It's got some goodies down here. See yellow boxes? I told you they're your friend. Basically just get a really short look through around here. Aluminum can. Bad thing about different places in Sanctuary like this, you can't get down here while in the creator mode, so you have to get everything you want to while you're down here, or come back later. So I don't ever pick up the burnt trade magazines or any of the different burnt magazines because I don't see much point. I don't do a lot of selling to vendors because their selling is kind of limited because they don't have very many caps to sell. Most people in this damn place are very broke, just like I am right now. Don't eat food, which is nice for this game not to do. Like I said about the specific names, this is a Gwinnett Stout. There's also Gwinnett Pale. There's a ton of different alcohols to drink in here. Anytime you see the bottle listed, though, it's just empty. Purified water's always good, but not the food most of the time. You know, anytime you find stuff down here or anywhere, just take it, unload it into your workbench of whichever desired place you like to run through. I usually use Sanctuary and the movie theater. I just find the movie theater nice because it's kind of big.
Won't be able to pick this.
Ah, damn, I guess I'll have to come back for that. Till I get a perk. When it comes to perks, I don't really have a set routine for the first two run-throughs. I just kind of went random. My lockpicking is usually up there, and my hacking is usually up there as well. It's one of the first things you find towards the train tracks, like that way, is a power armor suit. I really like using power armor. Some people don't. I have a friend who solely runs around with just a Deathclaw gauntlet, and it's just crazy. It's like, why go through all of those stim packs when you don't need to? So this is just a nice little thing here. I just kind of walked up to that without saying anything. They hide stuff everywhere. And I mean everywhere. I'm on PS4, so I can't do a lot of the fun, cool things. Like, I've seen... Can I use this yet? Oh, I can use it. Alright, I want to exit that and transfer my stuff into that. Okay, I said that I have 18 remaining, and that's probably just my 2 guns that I have on me, and the baton, and my clothing. Oh, yeah, I need to get that other vault suit out of my inventory. See, I'm not going to work on settlements very much in this game, but I'll try to keep them happy, give them just enough food, just enough water. Granite cap. That's something that was different from the last game. That granite cap was like a pompadour wig. That's kind of weird. Everything's just like a random spawn, so you're never going to get the same thing twice. But I know there are other things through here that you can get. So like this building, and there was like a yellow building over there, and another building right there. They can all be taken down because they're useless, blown down. Who would use those? And then it gives you a nice little pad to work on, which last playthrough I might go over to that game and show you. I just kind of made a rec center just with random decorations and other things just to keep people happy, and a power armor like museum, everything that I've collected at that point. Kitchen scales, they really bother me. There's like nothing good to them. Let me show you what's in them. Junk kitchen scale. Steel and spring. You use spring sometimes and you use steel all the time, but you'd think there'd be something a little bit more, like anything more, like gears, you know, dials move, and you know, all that good stuff. Like, some of the things are just crazy. I'm just gonna drop that. I'll pick that up later for the scrapping. Alright, so some of the mirrors are gone, and that kind of annoys me because there's always stuff inside of the big square mirrors. If you can obviously tell that it's square, then you should check it out, because it could have stim packs and bobby pins in it. Let's disarm that bomb before you get blown up from taking out the safe. There's one bobby pin gone. First one yet. You can usually tell where it is, the unlock point, the sweet spot they call it, from how far it is that you've actually gone through without it. I've just kind of got used to it. You'll just have to play around with it and see for yourselves there. Almost all the same weapons, if it says the same thing, the exact same things, there aren't going to be anything more to them, like more damage or anything. You'd have to manually go through and fix that up. And you know, I forgot to go back into my old house and pick up the 2 books that I told you about grabbing, so let's go do that. My first playthrough I was like, so which house was actually mine? And I almost never figured it out until I found the same setup was, you know, alike. So here, underneath of that, your special. Pick whatever you want, you know. You can pick the one, and then there's a glitch that you can actually use this multiple times. So without using any of your points, your leveling up points, you can use all of these and get all of your special done right then and there, which I think that's the coolest thing. But, you know, it's a glitch and it's, you know, cheating, kinda. But if you can do it, I'd say. The way you do that is you drop it, tell Dogmeat to pick it up, and then pick it up before he has a chance to. Then you'll end up with two in your inventory. If you drop both of them, one of them's going to give you what you want. So, I didn't do much for perception, so I'm going to use that. And then on the table. Where's that at? I thought there was a safe somewhere in this house. I'm not really sure, but I kind of forgot about that. Right here on the table.
There
Boom.
we go.
There's another magazine. This is like so rare that there's two magazines in the same exact spot. Like you only ever find one magazine in one location. So you see, you know, unarmed and melee attacks permanently do 5% damage. That's nice. I like melee weapons. They don't use ammo. That is all good with me. Alright. Let's
There must be someone who can help you in combat.
check out these last two houses. And be on my way. Oh, it's only one house, because that one's not very good. Here's a cooking station. There's every other station that you need. Oh, crap. Every other station that you need here is somewhere in this area, like cooking station. I like to do my whole base near the yellow house, because it has the workbench. Yellow house also houses the armor and the weapon bench, as well as the power armor bench. But back behind, I think it's the blue house or this house. Let's just look real quick, I guess. There is the chemistry kit set. Yeah, it's the yellow house. Chemistry station. It has a little fertilizer here. Fertilizer is used to make jet. And I was really confused about how Brahims and the Brahim troughs work. But basically, if you go into the build, let's do that real quick. I'll just show you what I'm talking about. What is it in? Decorations? No, it's not in decorations. I think it was closer than that. I don't think it's in resources. Oh, it is. Alright, so it says Brahim feed trough. If you put one of these or a couple of these, eventually when your area gets bigger, your settlement gets bigger, the population goes up. Set one of these out there, set a couple out there, it doesn't really matter. You'll get some of them in. And then there will be automatic fertilizer deposited into your workbench, which is pretty nice. I'm just gonna get rid of a couple things I know are useless. Oh, what is that? 38 rounds. Alright, let's get out of this. Pick that up. But yeah, like I said, I like to move the cooking station and the chemistry set towards the yellow house, 'cause that's usually my main base. Like I said, I like to use a couple different places as my main base, but you know, it's all good. Okay, pre-war money. Alright, let's go back to the workstation. I'll deposit anything that I don't need. And then I will go venture to some nearby areas, because there's a couple things right next to Sanctuary, and it's best to not do the main mission until you have some ammunition. The first mission you do some raider killing and, you know, a Deathclaw, actually. That Deathclaw will take quite a bit of ammunition, so whatever you don't steal from raiders, you better have a lot, because it's gonna go through pretty quick. Let's transfer pressing triangle, I just store all junk, so then I only have to do a couple things. And, you know, I'll keep... Usually I don't keep grenades in my inventory because they're half a pound, and they don't really go where I want them to most of the time. The Molotov cocktail bombs, those are really nice because they set anything in fire exactly where you throw them. I like that about it, and I will actually favorite that when I come back through here. Okay, so whether it's new or not, these are the same. That's kind of weird. Wedding ring does nothing for you, but it does nothing against you. The weight's nothing, so that's fine. Just, if you want to keep it, because, you know, it's sentimental to your character, you know, whatever. Go ahead and sell it if you want. Last playthrough, I kept it on the whole time. Not really because of any reason, but, you know, just, I didn't care, so I just deposited a blood pack into the workshop. Blood packs are nice because then you can actually make stim packs, but it takes a couple other things. You can do like a search for things, like it'll put a magnifying glass next to anything that you actually use. So let me see if I can show you that in a minute. Keep that rat away. Let me see. Actually, I think you need to keep it on you, so I'm just gonna pull one thing out of a couple things. It's gonna be all of my junk. Adjustable wrench has the gear, like I said. Ceramic I don't ever do the search for because I can always find it and it's really easy to find. I don't need to actually do the search. Screws are really nifty that the fans have, but like I said, fans are one of my most collected, so I always have a decent amount of screws. Screws are for like armor and power armor, all that. I want to take this because I want to do the search for adhesive, but like I said, I have found a lot of adhesive, and you can actually create adhesive. It's not a big deal. Gold and whatever, it's worth a lot of money, but you don't use very much, so if you want to sell it, go ahead and sell it. Let's see, hot plate, surgery, hopper. Yeah, hot plates also have the screws, so I always pick up hot plates. Okay. Okay, component view. I like to do the search for these. Let's press R1 on this. Aluminum, copper, gear, oil, and the other things I don't really care about, because if you're going to get one of these, you're going to get all of the others, or at least one of the others. So let's put all that stuff back. Make sure I don't have anything I don't want. Ooh, I never put that away for some reason. Weight a pound. That's a pound you could use for anything else. So this was given to me by Codsworth. It's not that important. This is just the magazine. Once you collect it, the perk's always there, so you can just get rid of that if you want to. And once you want to do that glitch that I talked about, go ahead, pull that out when you have dog meat, but it's really not a big deal. Wow, I already have 206 ammunition for the 10mm pistol. That's nice. And typewriters are also really nice to collect because they have quite a bit of stuff too. Right, so guess I'll be on my way.